What's up?
We're live!
We
Yes,
are live. Lisa Goldman's first. Look, the chat's working and everything. Good stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I am back.
Consistent sales on Poshmark. Before we greet everybody, this is stuff we've talked about in multiple videos, but it's good, I figured, to have it all in one place. You know, someone could click on it and
One-stop shop.
One stop. Yeah. Stuff like, so someone could just... Rookie mistake. Volume on. Oh no. Hello, everybody. And Jason's back. Baby is taken care of with Grandma.
Grandma's upstairs, yeah, watching the baby.
Yes, because it's just been me. I don't mind. I hope you guys don't mind.
What's up? Keep it transparent.
That was good. I squinted for a second.
I can read with my glasses on, yeah. So we are gonna talk about how to keep your sales consistent or get your sales consistent if you guys aren't there yet. So if you are there, let's talk about how to keep them there. And if not, we're gonna tell you what you should be doing to kind of help you get in the right direction and move those sales towards 1, 2, 3, 10 a day.
All in one video.
All in one video, yeah.
Now some of it, like especially the first one's gonna be a little bit like you've heard it. But like I said, all in one video. So that's okay. Hello, say the hellos.
What's up, Christine? What's up,
apparently.
Purple Sparkles,
Yay.
Marjorie, and Charlie Sue. How you doing? Welcome to the live, Marjorie. Thanks for tuning in. It's our
Thank
first
you,
time
Cindy.
live, catching us live.
Oh, awesome.
What's up,
Welcome.
Fashion Cat?
Oh, my hair always looks fab. Oh, I'm glad somebody thinks so. I have mega roots going on. I have mega fading going on, but I appreciate it so much.
At least it would fall over if she had 10 sales a day. It's possible. Karen's had multiple days where she's hit 9, 10 sales. Middle of the week sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely possible.
But again, too, you shouldn't focus on the amount of sales you're getting. You should focus on your dollar amount.
Yes.
That's the key. You want to get your average sale price up to a spot where you're going to have consistent money coming in. So it doesn't matter. I mean, you can sell 2 things for $1,000 or you can sell 10 things for $30. It's not the number, it's the money you're bringing in.
So this is a very common thing, like on Instagram. Come Monday morning, it's like my weekend sales, and people shit. Like, I've done it because sometimes I have like these leaning for pizza boxes, But it's like okay, it's not the size of the stack that matters.
No, it's what's in the boxes.
Remember that it's what's inside of the boxes and how much moolah is in those boxes. You can have so many; it don't matter.
Yeah.
Don't compare. Elevate the average sale
They could be
price.
empty boxes for all you know. It's Instagram. Who knows what's going on?
Yes. Okay, so the first thing for consistent sales on Poshmark is to
be active and treat it like a job. Yeah. Poshmark is if it's your part-time job, it's your part-time job. If it's your full-time job, it's your full-time job. If you're getting towards full-time, just treat it that way. So if you're part-time, get consistent with your sharing. Share twice a day at the same times every day. So if you can only do 2 times a day, do it at the 7 and 10 o'clock mark and make sure you're doing that every day. Keep it consistent. If you're full-time or you're trying to be full-time, 4 times a day. We do 4 to 5 right now. I think we added sometimes we'll go as far as 6. But 5 is the sweet spot, right? 5 is I think 5 is pretty much the sweet spot right now.
Anywhere between 3 and 5. Because I've tested 6. I actually have a whole video where I shared around the hour. Just to see if it really affected it. But that's kind of the sweet spot, 3 to 5 times the whole closet. Now treating it like a job. When you get a job, they give you your schedule. It's like one of the first things they do after they fill out the paperwork. You get a schedule. You work this, and then, and these are the hours.
Yeah.
So
set your own schedule.
Yes, but you need to have a schedule. You can't just say, I work for myself, la-di-da-di-da. It'll get done. Because I will tell you, there's always tomorrow. And if you keep pushing it off or you're just inconsistent with it,
right,
you're going to have inconsistent results. Correct.
Yeah, my schedule's pretty simple. I like to get up. The baby wakes me up pretty early, so I'm up pretty early. At around 10 o'clock, we'll share the closets, or right now we're working on one closet, and we'll explain that a little bit later down the road. But it's an interesting situation that we're getting into, and we're going to do a video on it. But so we share the closet, and then we'll go and we'll do our work. I'll take my pictures. Sometimes Karen waits a little bit later in the day to take her pictures, and then we'll come back and share it again and relax and do it all over again. So
because now we're just kind of shifting out with the baby.
Yeah.
One's on baby duty, the other one's on, what has to get done for the day. And, obviously the sharing happens throughout the day as well. But if you have to be consistent with what you're doing to expect anything consistent.
Yeah, we share it around 10. We share at 3. We share at 7, and we share at 10 again at the PM party. And those are always those consistent times that we always share at. Sometimes we'll throw in, or if there's a 12 o'clock party that's kind of cool, or that Karen has a lot of articles that'll fit to that party, she'll share at 12 and get those articles into that party. Sometimes we'll do a 5 if there's something going on.
Or, you know, because our lives, things happen. Sometimes we have to be out grocery shopping. Okay, I can only share at 2 o'clock instead of like 3 or 4 o'clock. That's fine. Like, get it in there. You know, it still has to happen. But yeah, like, you know, if I notice a spike in activity, all of a sudden I have like all those little red bubbles. And I'm like, wow, a lot of people are sharing and liking my stuff. Or like, and I only shared like an hour or 2 ago. Let me share again, because obviously I'm getting a lot of whatever.
Right. It makes a lot of action, traction, whatever you want to call it, yeah.
So,
Christine says she has a posh schedule at my regular job. Being a security guard is awesome. That's pretty sweet. So
that's great.
Sit around until the action comes around, and then you jump into action and share during the downtime. That's pretty awesome.
That is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people that have other jobs that's not as lax. You know, your supervisor or boss man sees you on your phone. You're like, that's okay. I'm just sharing my Poshmark closet. It's like, no, you're on my clock. So guys, if you have a question, throw it in the chat. We'll get to those questions real quick. If you're new here, we got a link in the description. It's the only link out there. It is our email list. Jump on that email list. You won't regret it. Every time, when you get on that email list, you're going to get a 6-part Poshmark workshop sent right to your email just for jumping on the list. Can't get those on YouTube. It's an awesome resource for Poshmark. If you guys are new to the app, you'll learn a ton from it. So just click that link, enter your email, and you guys are good to go. Tracy's watching us while doing chores. That's good. Nice. Let those chores fly by. Taking care of chickens. That sounds like fun. That definitely sounds like a chore. That is a chore, yeah. Okay. So number 2, keep your closet fresh. List 3 to 5 items a day. Now, consistently. We've told you, this is not new news, right? List. However, some people have an issue with this, whether it be, you know, full-time, part-time, whatever. Sometimes it's, you know, I don't have the inventory, or I don't have the photos, or something got in the way, you know, so you'll list for a couple days in a row, and then you have like 3 days where you don't. That's not good, you know. So let's talk about getting listings when you don't have listings. You guys have heard me talk about relisting. Let's answer a question real quick. So, okay, we'll get back to Stephanie Jennings says, I've been on eBay since 2012, but liking Poshmark. Do you feel trying to manage 2 platforms is hurting sales on one or the other? I wanted to devote more time to Posh, but don't want to give up on eBay. No, I think having multiple platforms is going to give you the opposite effect of hurting each other. Once you get both platforms working in harmony, you're going to be making consistent sales on both platforms. So we do eBay and Posh. eBay is mostly hard goods for us, but we do cross list some of our clothes and most of the men's clothes. So that helps us on eBay. We have the double listing, so if it sells on one spot, we'll take it off, obviously, the other. And you have to get good at that. You do have to get good at it. You got to be really diligent with that. eBay will ding you. Yeah, so you have to get those listings taken down. And if it sells in the same spot twice, you always favor eBay and let Poshmark go, because Poshmark won't give you a ding. So it's great though having both platforms going. You know, I also do Mercari as well. Poshmark is the main train we have. Yep. But it's like the more eyes on your product, no matter where it's coming from, is not a bad thing, you know. But if you notice that you're making X amount, like more money from one platform than the others, you know, you have to give that platform as much attention to keep that money coming in. You know, it's kind of like if eBay started doing fabulous and I completely stopped doing Poshmark, it would hurt my Poshmark. You need to be able to devote enough time to all the platforms. So keep it transparent. Says, how do you feel about selective sharing? I'm not sharing the whole closet. I share my closet at least 3 times a day, but selective sharing is a new concept for me. I think that's a great idea. If there's a specific party going on, like the 12 p.m. party that has a lot of anthropology or Tory Burch or whatever it may be, you share those specific items, and that is selective sharing. You can do that throughout the day. If you have, you know, if there's a men's style party going on and you share just your men's stuff, that's fine. It is going to screw with the order of your closet, so just keep that in mind. If you don't care about that, then you're good to go. If you care about keeping your closet meticulously in order, then you're going to need to share up, and then share up from the bottom, and then take those specific items and share that to the party at that point. But if you don't care about keeping your closet in order and having things jump around, which, you know, it's not really a bad thing, it's not going to hurt you or anything like that, then you're good to go. It's also good when you're pressed for time. Yeah. 10, share 10, get out of there. You know. Oh, so back to relisting. I talk about this, and I don't know how commonplace it is for everybody. And I think one thing I'm going to share with you to make it so much easier is to filter your closet to see what your oldest listings are. You can filter your closet. You go open your closet, and there's 2 arrows like that in the right corner, and you hit it, and it's just shared, just in, price low to high, recently price drop. But you go to just in, and then you pretty much scroll all the way to the bottom, because just in is the last thing you listed, you know. So you can go, and you can do that per category. You can filter sweaters and just in or whatever, and then you can say, oh my goodness, like that has been in my closet for a year. Just relist it, and you know, that will also keep your closet fresh.
Right.
Also, photos. There might be another reason why your item isn't selling, or items aren't selling. One thing that I've been trying to do is when I'm taking my photos, I always take a cover shot. And I'm like, this is going to be the cover shot, but I'm trying to take a secondary cover shot as well, like a backup, where if something's not, you know, getting as much traction as it should, and I'm like, I like the photo, but it's not really doing much, I have an option to go edit and like swap out photos and see if that has any effect, you know, because most of my secondary photos up to this point, until I started doing this, were just, you know, the tags, any damage, like up close stuff, like more, you know, what the product is, not something that makes someone open the listing, you know. So I'm trying to take 2 kind of cover shots and switching them up, or maybe even retaking them. Someone who has stuff in their closet from when they opened their Poshmark closet.
So Lisa Goldman says, it seems that whenever I post an item with a certain keyword or over $50, I get spam interest offer telling me to send an email to the mysterious Gmail. You noticed an uptick in those? Yeah, they come around a lot now. Poshmark is unfortunately getting more towards that eBay zone where there's going to be scammers around the app. And Karen just got scammed the other day out of a sale. Which was ridiculous. I don't know. Did you tell them about that, or
what?
About your Celine top?
Oh, that was like a while ago.
That's the other day.
Yeah, no, they well, yeah, in my head. So they opened up a case on this top, and in my description and photos, it clearly showed that the security tag had, like, you know, like the tag that sets off the alarms had clearly punctured, and it left like an indent because of the type of material it is. So that was her original opening up the case, and then I screenshotted the picture, even though it was in the listing, and where it stated it in the listing. I was like, it was clearly there. I'm sorry you misunderstood, you know.
And then a day later, she gets a message from her saying there's a stain on the back of the shirt.
And it was kind of like not velvet, but you know how velvet, how you could push it in one way or the other, and it changes like the color density of it. It had like a Supero like feel to it. So it kind of was like the lighting and rubbing the fabric in the wrong way. And
but if Poshmark hears stains, they automatically side with the buyer, and it comes back. There's no stains, and so there's people that are learning how to get around the system right now. It's becoming more and more prevalent, and you got to be on your toes for that. But if you ever get those spam emails, just ignore them.
Those comments, or even, sometimes they're not even emails. Sometimes it's like they type out like a phone number,
something like that.
No, you know, anybody that ever tries taking something off the app at all, that's a heavy no. You could go, you can hit the little flag next to the comment, report it for spam.
Yep.
Sometimes Poshmark spam filters catch it. You'll see it in your news feed, and you'll open up the item and the comment's not there because Poshmark already deleted it. They have been happening a lot.
Trisha, we do sell on Mercari, and it's been a good experience so far. We'll get a sale. We don't actively do anything crazy on there. We don't have a ton of listings on there. We promote once in a while. Yeah. We'll get a sale every so often. It's not one of our main breadwinners, but it does bring some money in, so it's not bad.
I feel like I'm like, oh, I'll bring this over, and I pretty much just like, it's almost like relisting. I'll do the same thing as I do when I relist on Poshmark. I get a screenshot and I edit and I copy and paste, and I feel like whenever I move something over, it sells on Poshmark, so I should just move everything over. Right?
So
okay.
Ellen asks, can you talk about offer to likers and watchers? eBay is good for 48 hours and Posh is 24 hours. And I found I can't delete it if an offer is active. Yeah, you can't delete a listing if an offer is active.
You have to edit the listing,
either the size or color or whatever.
Or both.
And that'll cancel the offers, and then you can delete it. But yeah, the 24-hour offer locks you in. It is a binding offer. If somebody accepts it, then you are it's sold, you know, and if not, then you can send out another offer down the road.
But yeah, that was an issue right when the offers to likers became like, you know, because a lot of people post on multiple platforms, and it's like, well, oh my goodness, it's sold on eBay or it's sold on Mercari, and now I can't delete it because I just sent out offers minutes before it sold, you know. So you just have to go to the edit and change the color / size and list with that. You can't like back out, you know, you have to make that active and then it will cancel it. So that is a way around it. It's a pain in the booty, but hey, you don't want to double sell something, right?
Tina Q wants to know, what category do we put shorts and rompers under?
There's a place for rompers. I believe it's under pants. It might be under pants. Shorts, rompers. I think rompers
shorts,
are just
rompers.
Okay, yeah. And jumpsuits are long rompers. So I think the category might be rompers and jumpsuits. So it's not, you know, I think it's just a one piece. You know, but I think you're asking like the kind that are actual shorts, not to the ground, or like, you know, pants. One pieces.
All right, so let's jump back on this list real quick. Number 3, know your buyer.
So, where do you sell the most stuff to? When you're printing your labels, a lot of times you're not paying attention where it's going to. Some people might, but do you really track it? Poshmark offers you my sales report. Now, this isn't just for your numbers and all that stuff. This is going to tell you what state you're selling to, all in a lovely column. So you can obviously, I can't speak, start seeing a pattern. I noticed even before my sales report came out, like I sell so much to California, like so much. I mean, I get it. It's one of the biggest states.
One of the biggest states, right?
You know, but not just all of California, like SoCal. Like I was looking on maps. I was like, where's this going? I'm kind of dorky like that, you know? But, you know, me being on the East Coast, I think, what time is it in California when I'm sharing? When it's not, that's why we share our closets around like 9:30 to 10:30, that like window in the morning, or it's like later morning here. It's not later morning there. It's when people are getting up, having their coffee, opening the app, and perusing. And this has been very successful for me. My morning shares are super important, and I feel like when I have altered the time, more morning for us is not as good, you know, because you should know where you're selling most of the stuff to. Know your buyer. This also helps you curate a closet, know what styles you're selling, and know where it's going to. So it's not like a Mod Podge of everything.
Now, Sheila, she says, Posh won't let me edit the listing if there is an offer on it, even if I change the size and or color. Yeah, if you have an actual offer that came from a buyer to you, you cannot do anything but either decline, counter, or accept. You can't change it and delete the listing at that point. If you've sent out the offer through offer to likers, it's your call. You can do the change, you can edit the listing, and then you can delete it and relist it or whatever you want to do. But if you have an active offer from a buyer, you cannot do anything about that except deny or counter.
Yes. Oh, hello, Patriot Picker. So I've taken the list it and forget it approach on Posh. It's been paying off. The past week sold a pair of shoes and jacket have been in my closet for a year. You know, some people don't want to treat Poshmark as like a job, and they just want, because so many other sites are set and forget it. So the Ronco, you know, and so it's okay. You know, if Poshmark's gonna make you, it's gonna make you money. Someone's gonna find a jacket or pants, like whatever, you know, you sold. If that's what they want, they're gonna buy it. You know, and it's working for you, you know. So, and if you want consistent sales, you have to be consistently active on the app. But it's not that not doing anything won't happen either. You can definitely get sales that way too.
Victoria, the summer slowdown definitely is a thing. People just don't buy as much in the summer as they do in the winter. And when they make a sale in the summer, it's shorts, tank tops, bathing suits, which are lower ticket items. So as far as clothing goes, yes, the summer slowdown is real. You're going to make less money and you're going to make less sales. It happens. It happens to everyone. It happens. No matter if they say, nope, it's not real. It's a bunch of BS. It's a real thing. It happens. We got to combat it and deal with it. And that's it.
The part I hate the most is when I sell a bunch of tank tops, and it's just like 12, like I'm wrapping stuff up for like cheap monies, and I'm like, ugh, I'd rather be sitting there wrapping up something to make you more money. I know, I guess that's everybody, but it's like I get like ticked off at like tank tops and like stuff like that.
Q4 is right around the corner. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to pick up very soon. So, as Frank says, you mentioned in one of your other listings that you can share more than one of your listings at a time. Please explain how to do this.
I just talk about sharing like your whole closet.
Sharing,
share.
You have to. So it's one at a time item. Yeah, you can't share multiple items at a time. Maybe I said something
about
but
I've never. No, you can't.
But no, you can't share more than one item at a time. Yeah.
There's been many a times, emails, one-on-one with Manish saying like, can there be a share all button? There's never going to be a share all button.
It's a social network. They want to keep you social on the app. They want to keep you working in the app and sharing your listings and commenting with people. And that's the whole
point.
Catch to Posh is it's a social selling app.
You're a seller stylist. That's what they call you. You know, you're there to promote your items by sharing it. When someone put something in a bundle, you can share more things to the bundle. You could style them. People can request styling. It's different, yet it has the same features as other selling sites, but that is unique to Poshmark.
Yeah.
You know, you are a seller stylist, and it's like you can't, if there was a share all button, you know, like who would be on the app? You'd hit share all and back out. You wouldn't have any reason to commingle or do anything else on the app.
And I got to pop this in there real quick too. If you are looking for ways around sharing all your stuff at once or whatever, hire a VA. We're working with a VA right now. She's amazing. She's actually in the process of transferring listings for us and cross-posting for us. Her name is Christine Niemiller. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, but we'll type it in the chat. So if you guys are looking for a VA, she's very affordable. She does a great job. And she'll share your stuff for you.
Yes. So someone was asking me last week about Sellhound and like, oh, it's so much money. Yes, time is money. You know, you cut down on that huge aspect of it. You have a lot more of your time and self to dedicate to the other aspects of it. You know, so if you have more time to photograph and list and ship, and you don't have to worry about listing and cross-listing or sharing like VAs do and stuff like that, then it's going to affect your sales. You're going to get more because you're doing the work two people, because now you are two people. You're you and the VA. You technically have an employee, so you've doubled.
And I'm going to type her Instagram in the chat right now, so if you guys are looking for a VA, go check her out.
Okay, so number 4 is to look at your own comps. I used to do this very, very often, but then I'm like, did I just wrap that up? Of course. I do it usually once a month per category. I go in my closet, and it's starting to be fall. So I started saying how I was saying about relisting and seeing what like was old listings. I go into my closet and I filter categories. So I was like sweaters, because it's been a while since I've sold sweaters. And I go to sold listings of my own sold listings, and I look for consistency in brands, consistency in styles. You know, this is how you're going to know what you personally sell the crud out of.
Right.
You know, and it's like sometimes, unless they're back to back to back, unless I sell like 15 sweaters in a row in one day, I'm not going to really start noticing a trend, you know, because they're in, they're out. And, you know, you take a photo of them, you list them, but that's it. But sitting there and looking at your own comps per category, you start noticing things. That's how I know what jeans to pick up, what jeans sell for me, what brands sell for me, what cuts sell for me. And I was explaining that to Jake. One day he was like, oh, look at these Joe Brands jeans. They're really good condition. And I'm like, I don't want them. And he's like, why? They're like $3. I'm like, I can't. That style does not do well in my closet, no matter what I've done. You know, so I learn through doing my own comps, see what brands and categories you sell consistently, so you can be on the lookout and you can stock your closet full of that stuff.
What's up, Michelle Bowles? And what's up, Jody Matoma? Welcome to the chat, guys. Yeah, I'm back. Thank you for welcoming me back. Appreciate that. How many active listings do we keep on Posh and eBay? Poshmark, we're moving towards about 800. Yeah. And eBay, we're a little behind on because of the baby kind of set us back. We focused on Poshmark. So that was our main breadwinner. So we focused primarily on Poshmark when we had him. And we're just ramping eBay back up right now. I think we're just about at 200. And we should be close to 500 by the middle of Q4 on eBay.
Yeah.
So
and
500 is a good sweet spot for eBay. We're trying to get to 1,000 as soon as possible on Poshmark. And we're gonna put out a video on that when it happens. But
for us, because we do sell a lot of hard goods. Over to my right, I have like Connects and like big roller coaster and cranium games.
Axis and Allies. It's a classic game worth $60. But.
So it's space. Clothing for the most part you can fold. You can't fold a humongous Connects box, so we have to be very aware of our own storage for eBay when it concerns hard goods. Hard goods can't fold. Yeah, so if we had larger space to infinity and beyond, but we set numbers for a reason.
By the way, guys, if you're wondering how Poshmark in Canada is going, go check Jody Matoma out. He's on YouTube, I believe. Jody, if you want to throw your YouTube channel in the chat, he's a Canadian Poshmark seller. I'm sure he has a lot of info on how it's going out there in Canada and what's going on. In fact, right now I just see he commented sales have picked up with school back in past 3 or 4 days, have been so much better than in the last few weeks. Now I know before he was selling before Poshmark opened the Canada market. And there's ways for people that live on the border to get around that, but he might have some input on how Canada is going. With the market open and all that.
I do have a question, Jody. Do you still sell in both? Do you sell in both markets? Can you now still switch to like United States? And because I know it's like when you're in a certain zone, it now registers that you're in Canada, like the actual app and the website. Do you toggle off and go into the United States and still do that still? I'm just curious. That's all. You don't have to answer.
So guys, if you're enjoying this video, definitely hit that thumbs up and give us a like. We appreciate that. If you're new to our channel, definitely consider subscribing. And if you are new here, click on that first link in the description. Get on our email list. You're going to get a free 6-part Poshmark workshop showing you how you run a Poshmark business right out of our house. Sent to your email, 1 video a day. It's a super awesome resource. It's going to teach you guys a ton for free. Can't get it on YouTube. You can only get it in your email, so click on that link and sign up for that list.
So Jody says, thank you so much. I'm being told by many people that Poshmark Canada is actually not doing nearly as well in the United States. It's not growing as fast here. Actually, we were just at Posh Party Live at NYC, and a lot of people...
And it was great meeting you there, by the way, a reseller's passion as well.
Yes! They don't realize the really early days of Poshmark, like 2011, they were out of a garage. Like they had to walk around the streets in California and say, would you try this app for us? Posh parties, like we're actually in a living room, So what Manish had said was the rate of growth for the Canada market is the first 2 years worth of growth for the actual Poshmark, right. 2011 into 2012. Because around 2013, that's when I joined, they had a lot more advertising, and you'll see a lot of vet poshers. Like a lot of them are in 2013 or late 2012 when they actually downloaded the app.
And I think Jody says he put up 30 Lululemon things on my Poshmark Canada account the first few weeks, but had 0 sales. And just gave up and started keep on trucking with Poshmark USA. I love selling to Americans. So again, there's a lot of traction with Poshmark in the US. It's going to take some time to build internationally wherever it goes. Mm-hmm. So Canada is a market that's probably going to be affluent and great in about 3 to 4 years. But right now, it's still growing traction. It's going to take some time to pick up and get all the kinks ironed out and get everything working properly. And once that happens, you're going to see a boom.
And you're doing the right thing. Yeah. You're spreading the word, Jody. You're going on YouTube. You're telling people, have Posh and Sips, talk about it. Be open about it. Sometimes people don't care to know about it, but that's how you spread the word of anything that So there's the answer. Yeah. You sell to both. But it's also great that you're in on like the ground floor for Canada, So once it really starts taking off, and you're going to have like this huge closet, and you're already going to be there knowing what to do. And then, hey, come buy my stuff, So we're almost out of time. We are on number 5.
So number 5, promote via social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Especially.
Is there any others? No.
Well, no, those are
YouTube?
the big ones.
If you're on YouTube, promote on YouTube. But yeah.
Those are the big ones. So, not everybody's good at this. I have had.
I'm not good at it. I am terrible with social media. I'll admit it right here.
I do it for us, and it's more,
Thanks, Jody.
He's always not liked it. He was always on Facebook.
I'm getting better at it. I am getting a lot better at it. So I have been, kicking up my social media game a little bit, but it's still nothing that
it's important.
It's very important. It's something it's incredibly important to learn it and know it and use it right. And I kind of have a crutch because Karen knows it and does it right. But I have been being more diligent with it and getting up on the social media and trying to figure out how to crack that nut.
Christine says, use the campaigns to get into posting on social media. Yes, you can link your Poshmark to your social media. Now, I'm not just saying every time you share a listing, share it to Twitter. Whenever I make a new listing, I share it to the places. I share it. There it goes. However, you can also use social media, other social medias, to promote anything. If you're running a sale, promote it. And not just once, drop it. I ran a sale and I promoted it every single day on Instagram, and then I posted on Twitter. And, if you don't know who's looking at what when. And so neglecting the other forms of social media, you can be limiting yourself. And so it doesn't have to just be a sale, like running a huge sale. No. This could be, I got a bunch of new jeans in. I got awesome Louboutins, an awesome new product or products. You can definitely make an Instagram post, and you can post Instagram to Twitter, two birds, one stone type of thing. Any kind of awesome deals. Be like, dude, I just posted these awesome shoes. They retail for $400. I just posted them for $50. And people love deals. And if they're not on Poshmark at that point, they might not see it. But if they're scrolling through their Instagram feed and they see these awesome shoes, guess what? There they are. You're closer to a sale. So promote more via the social media. A reseller's passion. Instagram has exploded my business exponentially. I agree. I follow you, of course, and I love your content. But yeah, you do have other platforms to also be more personable and learn and get repeat buyers that way, because it's not just on Poshmark. They now know that they can find awesome deals by following you elsewhere.
So Whoopi Lover says, I like that name. Karen, and how would you run a sale on summer items only? Yes, we have. Actually, Karen just did a sale the end of July. On her summer items to try and clear them out, because that was when we first started picking up fall items. So we figured we'd do it.
I did everything.
She did everything 50% off, and was a tremendous sale.
It was everything over.
Everything over $30. Yes. That's right. Everything over $30 was 50%.
Because $30. Let's say the minimum I would take a 50% off offer is $15. So after Posh fees, I make $12. My average price per piece, $6. I'm doubling my money on the bare minimum.
Ellen, I'll get to that question in one second.
And that's how I looked at it. And I had so many sales because I promoted the crud out of it. I went live on Instagram. I posted the stories. I made use the tools.
Promote it. Yeah. So Ellen says, why are you combining your closets? I have a men's and a women's closet, and I find the parties are not as relevant for men's. So the reason we're combining closets, and I was an advocate of having two separate closets for men and women for the longest time, but when they introduced the marketplaces, the men's marketplace, the women's marketplace, the kids, the home good, all of them, it changed everything. The goal with Poshmark is to get your listings up, and we've heard this from numerous people. The algorithm favors you when you hit 1,000 listings. So if we can hit 1,000 listings, we're going to do a video on it, show you guys what happens if something changes. But 1,000 listings seems to be the sweet spot. So if you can get to 1,000 and you have two closets and combine them and can make 1,000 listings out of that, give it a shot and see what happens. That's what we're doing right now. That's our experiment we're running to see if it actually changes the sales that we get, if we get more frequently sold items or if it's about the same or whatever. So we're not completely shutting my closet down. We're just transferring listings over right now and marking them not for sale in my closet.
Yes, we're not deleting.
If we don't notice a huge change, I'm going to go back to doing Poshmark the way we were doing before, and we'll just delete all the listings out of Karen's closet.
Or mark them not for sale for whatever reason.
If there is a huge change, though, we're gonna obviously keep trucking that way because it's going to work. And I think it's going to be the latter, not it's going to work. It's going to make a difference.
The only thing that I at first was kind of hesitant about is me and Jay have a completely different aesthetic. to our closets. Like completely different eye for photography, like how we treat our products and how we display our products, you know. And I was kind of like, oh my goodness, my buyers are gonna see like, which your photos are fine for your look, and
remember,
it's completely different.
The marketplace is gonna filter that out.
Yes. So that's what kind of was like, okay, forget it, you know. And I also have been attaching a sign as my 8th picture saying like, get out of the marketplaces. If you want to bundle like everything, I have men's stuff, I have kids stuff, I have home goods, like switch to all.
See, Marjorie says my sales went up after I hit 1,000. So it's a true thing. And we were keeping both our closets at around 500-600 because with our room and space, it's manageable to have that amount of listings. But we, you know, I don't know why we didn't think to combine them sooner and see if this changes things. And I know it's going to, but the baby came and things happened. So we're on par right now to hit 1,000 by the end of the month. So we'll let you guys know what happens on a video.
Deborah says I need to commit to get better at this. It is, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, the more consistent you are at doing Poshmark, the quicker you become at it. You know, you're just gonna be able to bam, 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 and that's gonna help you get consistent. Because I know sometimes when people are newer or they're inconsistent with doing anything on Poshmark, they're slower at it. You know, they're a lot slower at it. In the beginning, you were fumbling around.
I was fumbling around like a jackass.
and he'd call me in the room, no problem. At least I'm right there, and I boom, 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 boom. It's right here. Cool. You know, now he's fine. His thumbs fly across the screen. You know, and so that also helps with the consistency. It helps you just get comfortable and being able just to run your business right from your phone. You know, it's great.
And 1,000 is really where you want to be at to test those waters and see what happens. I mean, when you're just starting out, you obviously want to hit those benchmark milestones like 250, 350, 400, 500. But once you get to 500 listings, you really want to figure out how to ramp up. This is the spot. This is the time in your closet where you should be making consistent sales, making more money. You want to figure out how to ramp that closet up as fast as you possibly can and reach that 1,000 mark, because that's really what's going to make a huge difference in sales, I believe.
So Christine says, at S Franks, look up videos on YouTube, tons of how to use IG videos, Instagram, you know, because I get questions a lot about how to use other platforms. Now, I use them myself.
It is hard when you sell stuff, Vicky. You're right. We have that problem all the time.
I use them myself, but I'm not a novice, but I'm not going to sit there and pretend to know more than I know. It's like I can navigate what I'm doing fine, but I don't have like the knowledge to sit there and do tutorials and like, you know, or the experience to be like, do this. I kind of just, I post my stories or, you know, I make an Instagram post.
It's 1,000 active Behrman. And I just saw another one I wanted to respond to. What was it?
But that's a very good tip. Thank you, Christine, for sharing that. Because it's not just, hey, get better at Poshmark. It's like, get better at all social. It's a social selling app.
Yeah, Jody, whenever we talk about listings or a number with listings, it's always active listings. Your active listings are the only listings that count. They're the only listings you can share and others can see. Actually, you can share your sold listings, but there's no point to it. So the active listings is what we talk about when we shout out a number at you guys.
Because when you go into your closet at the very top where it says your stats, your followers, who you're following.
It's going to tell you your total listings.
Total listings, including not for sales, signs, sold, all of that. You know, so I know I see a lot of, I hit 1,000 listings, and they screenshot that. And I'm like, no, you didn't, unless you never had a sale. And you're about the Posher doesn't exist, you know? So, yeah.
Hey, 1,000 items sold today. That's awesome, Vicky. Congratulations on that.
Awesome. Congratulations. Oh my goodness, how does time fly?
Yeah.
Time flies.
At what point do you relist? When a stale listing is just not selling. If it's been in your closet for a quarter, relist it.
Yep. I used to relist every month. So I usually do not relist out of season. You know, kind of like I did my last batch of relistings for summer items last month.
You just relist every quarter and you're good to go. Is there a way to see number of actives? Yeah, go into your Posh stats. You're going to scroll down to active listings. It's going to tell you exactly how much you guys have.
It's part of your stats.
We'll give you guys 2 more minutes. Throw your questions in there. If you have any, let us know. If you guys are new here, definitely consider subscribing to our channel. We talk about reselling and Poshmark in general all the time. It's a great resource for you guys. And click on that first link in the description. It's our email list. It'll get you on our email list, and we will send you 6 videos. It's our 6-part Poshmark workshop showing you how we run a Poshmark business right out of her house. It's an amazing resource. You can't get it on YouTube. You can only get it to your email list. So if you guys are interested in that, hit that link, get on our list, and you guys will love it. I promise you.
Who's liking this video? Keep it transparent, says they are. Can you guys give us a thumbs up? We would really appreciate that. So, I'm going to hit 2 of these.
Yeah, Jody, we'll talk.
Jody says he has
tomorrow,
1827 listings. 732 are active, started 11 months ago. That is hustle. That is awesome. 11, not even a whole year. 2, Fashion CAD. So do you still love your Rollo printer? Thinking about getting one? Yes, I have never looked back from my Rollo. My mom just got a Rollo. Her computer is a little POS, but the Rollo is strong. It's just very simple. Very simple. I don't have anything to compare it to. I know a lot of people do use the Dynamo printer. It might be Dynamo.
Dymo.
Yeah, I said it right the first time. They use those. I don't know either way about those. However, I love my Rollo. There. I do have links in most of my descriptions for the Rollo that I have. They are affiliate links. They go right to Amazon. The good old Amazon beast. Right? That's where everything comes from almost.
And we are going to be doing a giveaway, and it's probably going to be a Rollo printer. We haven't decided 100% yet, but I think that's what we're leaning towards for hitting 10,000 subscribers. So what you guys are going to have to do is stay tuned to us. We're going to have the details coming up in a couple of weeks. Once we figure out how to put this contest together. It's not just going to be picking a winner from the chat or going into the email list and grabbing a winner. There's going to be a few steps you guys got to follow to make sure you hit the proper steps, and then you win a Rollo printer if you're picked. So stay tuned to us. Yeah. Stay tuned to us in the next couple of weeks. We'll let you guys all know how to do that. Yes, we do get shipping boxes from the post office on Poshmark.
You can use anything. You can use any box, but from the post office, you could go to your physical post office, pick up any red box, no blue, or you can buy poly mailers. They do sell them on Poshmark now. eBay, people do buy ones with cactuses. I have flamingos, but it's free. Post office, they will also deliver it to your house if you create an online profile, the USPS.com. and put your address, order free boxes, deliver it with your
Post office is great for boxes. Go check them out.
Right?
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. If you guys have enjoyed this video, definitely hit that thumbs up button and give us a like. We will see you guys next Friday. Keep an eye out for videos. We should be posted next week at some point. You guys have a great night and tune in next time.
Bye, guys.